Hey, it's Ricky Locke. Good afternoon, everybody. It is 26th of January and we're live doing an amazing live test. So I'm going to shout out first before I start this of why I'm doing this, but I'm going to shout out to Anthony Howe. Great conversation earlier on. Talked about this for the patrons and I thought I'd give this a little go. Finally, testing out some new software. So if this is coming across all okay, please leave a little comment in the comment box below and I'll be able to bring it up on screen and I'll shout it out. And it's just so that I know that this test is working. But hello everyone, I hope you are. I hope you're having a lovely afternoon today. I am doing this little test because I've upgraded some software with the podcast. I've got a brand new, funky, quirky little thing, which we'll go into in a little detail in a minute. And look at this, really cool stuff, which we will go through in a second. But anyway, thought I'd say hello to you. We're going to test this out. It is purely just to see if it works. So if it does work, comment below. Give a like, thumbs up, share this, but comment on the YouTube channel and I can bring your comments up onto the screen. I wanted to do something based on a recent podcast that I've had all about goals, and I'm going to share this with you. This is what I'm working on. So everything at this point in time in 2022, everything I'm working on with my goals is all about this and this. And I want to share this with you because I'm going to make that commitment. If I make that commitment and put this out to the world, then this means that then I have to commit to it. So one of the big goals this year is this, TEDx. Fans of the podcast, you'll know that I've been talking about this for a while. I want to be an international speaker. I want to be a TEDx talker using the magic. Don't worry, for fans of there who follow my magic, the magic element is still in that and the persona of Ricky Locke. But I want to be a TEDx speaker because I want to prove to people and that anybody, as a relatively unknown person, can be a TEDx speaker. So that is just one of the goals this year. But the second thing is this. As you can see, I really believe that the podcast adds value to people's lives, and I want to see if I can get into the top 10 charts. Now, the reason I want it in the top 10, because I think it is well deservedly in the UK Apple Podcast charts. I want to get into top 10 because when the podcast was released, it has bounced around in the top 200, as you can see on this little screen, 201, 225, 232, 232, 243, and 250. And that's fantastic, and that's really good out of, I think it's like 17 million podcasts. It's absolutely crazy. So I think it'd be really cool. And for me, as a dream, I would love to get this podcast into the top 10 of the UK Apple Podcast charts. And I'm reaching out to people to see if you can help me because I generally believe that this is an amazing podcast and I want to get it into the top 10 so we can grow the presence, grow the brand, but inspire other people that just normal Joe Blogs, normal people can reach and achieve extraordinary things. So, as you know, it's currently bouncing around in the top 200 over the last 6 or 7 months. I want to get into that top 10. And I think that we can do this. Now, the way to do this, I've been told, is that the more reviews, the more listens, the more downloads, obviously, the more presence that this podcast gets, that's what will then happen and it will start to spread. So, I have something really cool and funky, which is this. If you have your phone now, I want you to get me into the top 10. If you've never listened to the podcast before, give it a listen first before you do it. But if you hold up your phones and you scan this with your cameras right now, it will take you to a link that will let you review this podcast. I want this podcast to get into the top 10 because I want to prove to people that we can achieve extraordinary things, normal people. And if you scan this, it will take you to a link which will then review it. Obviously, on this link, you do need an Apple Podcast or Podchaser account. They're both free, but obviously on Spotify, you can review it as well. But will you help me this year achieve my goals? That's it. Pretty simple. All I want to do is be a TEDx talker, use the magic, keep inspiring people with my wedding magic, but bring an extra element to that with the TEDx and also get this podcast into the top 10. If you can help me, I do hope that you can help me. It'd be fantastic for you to come along this journey and let us know. And don't forget, just scan this little thing with your phone and you can get into the top 10. Thank you for joining this little test live and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.